Gang violence and extortion rackets are said to be behind the latest killings in Cape Town. 3 mass shootings occurred in Khayelitsha alone this year, with tensions between gangs in Hanover Park rising. Ronald Masinda spoke to an active gang leader who says he wants to leave the current way of life. Let's go live to Ronald now. So you visited Hanover Park. Talk us through the situation there.
Shahan, good evening. Well, the situation on the ground in Hanover Park is that the community says over the past 3 weeks, 15 people were murdered in Hanover Park alone. And over the past 30 days, at least 21 people were murdered. So today, the community in Hanover Park, they met with the South African Police Service, workers that work at the Philippi Police Station. They are involved in an action plan campaign to address these issues. They say that it's been long overdue and that they want to see more police visibility in Hanover Park. They say that as much as a crime has been occurring, that LEAP officers who have been deployed there have also done very little to curb the crime. They also want to address the issue that the CPF there in Hanover Park is facing, where there seems to be infighting. So they want to see positive change. Another person who wants to see positive change is a gang member, Suleiman Isaacs, who we spoke to. He belongs to a very prominent gang called the Americans, and this is what he had to say about the situation.
I'm not worried I'm not worried because I was 9 times shot already, and the whole American gangs in Hanover Park, they are ready to make peace. They are ready to make peace. They all stand peace. We want peace. We want our children to grow up because there is no loyalty in gangsterism anymore. Every gang, they're shooting each other. So you must watch your back. And so we talk to each other for a few years. We were talking to each other. We want this to stop, man. But there's stuff that I can't talk now because there's other people, not gangsters, that's going to come for us. So I can't talk yet. I don't want to talk yet because that's gonna put the target on my back. So yeah, we want peace. We're gonna make peace.
So this gang member of the Americans says being involved in a gang is no longer worth it. Why?
So he says it's no longer worth it because he wants his 3 children to have a brighter future, and also for kids living on the streets of Hanover Park and on the Cape Flats. He says that he spent half of his 32 years in life behind bars. He says he's been arrested for theft, murder, attempted murder, and he says that he's had enough. He himself has been shot 9 times, Sean. So he says he doesn't want that life for the future of the people and the youngsters living in Hanover Park. This is what he had to say further.
For the youngsters, yeah, in the gangsterism, like I said now before, there's no loyalty, there's no benefit. As either you go, you die, you get a life in prison, that's all, or you're in a wheelchair. That's it. So there's no benefit in that because you go at night, you go home, you scare with your mother for food, but you bring nothing to the table. You only shoot, you lay for 2 years on a trial. Your mother must go lend money by SARS, by something to go bail you or to come visit you, stuff like that. So there is no benefit in that.
And a former gang member turned activist saying that politicians don't care about what's happening on the Cape Flats.
Yes, indeed. But before I come to those comments, I also spoke to the MEC for Community Safety and Police Oversight, Regan Allen, and he says that if a truce or peace should be reached by gangs, then the gangs must start themselves by addressing certain issues. If they have criminal records or if they've committed crime and have not been arrested or convicted, they must report themselves to the police. He says only then will we see a decrease or decline in gang murders and shootings. But what we also heard from Fadil Adams, he is more famously known as the leader of the Cape Cult Congress, is leading a campaign, Shahan, to address these issues. He's saying that gang members must come forward and as well as, speak and be part of this initiative should the Western Cape really be a gang-free area. Fadil Adams says In the Western Cape, we've seen Minister Pekicela in Khayelitsha yesterday. He says that, he should have also made provision to visit areas like Hanover Park where gang violence takes place on a regular basis. He says, for example, in the Western Cape, which is led by the DA, that John Steenhuisen, the leader of the DA, must not make countries like the Ukraine a priority because the actual wars in South Africa occur on the Cape Flats. So he had some stern words for South Africa's politicians. This is what he had to say further.
I'm not going to absolve all levels of government from it. Government has done absolutely nothing. Pekicela hasn't been here. Ramaphosa is not paying it any attention. Our mayor in the city of Cape Town will be meeting the ratepayers of Somerset West tonight. They'll probably be discussing the issue of baboons crossing the road or something. But we're beating our best right here and nobody's saying anything. Our premier's quiet. John Steenhuisen is in his, what's he doing? He's hunting ghosts out in Ukraine. But his voters are dying. Nobody cares. Coloured lives don't matter.
Strong words. We're going to leave it right there. Our reporter Ronald Masinda is in Cape Town.